Hey guys, this is my first time doing a TikTok video, so please bear with me. I am on TikTok today to share with you a 12-step journey or 12-week process that I am going to be doing for a parasite purge. And the reason for me doing this parasite purge is, let me give you a little background. I have been having stomach issues for the last 3 to 6 months, and I could not get any relief. My stomach was constantly hurting, cramping. I always felt bloated. Went to the doctor. They gave me medication to help me use the bathroom. It wasn't working. They put me on the highest dosage. Still was not working. So I had just got fed up. But over this 3 to 6 month process, I kept catching UTIs. So I was talking to a friend of mine, Tammy Evans of Phoenix Lens Health and Beauty, and she was telling me about a pumpkin seed oil that she has to help with UTIs. And guys, let me show. This is the pumpkin seed oil that I am currently taking for my UTIs. Now, I thought it was just going to help with my UTIs, but it also helped with something else. And guess what? My bowels. I was so ecstatic when I first had one, and believe me, it had been a minute, maybe a couple of weeks before I had one. So when I went to the bathroom to use the bathroom, and let me get this out right now. Some of the stuff I'm going to say is very gross. I'm going to show pictures that are very gross. But I wanted you to see what I saw. I want you to kind of see if you can relate to what I am going through, and maybe this will help you also. But like I said, went to the restroom, and I was using the restroom, and when I got done, I was like, something doesn't feel right. You know, I don't feel anything hitting the toilet. I was like, what is going on? So I was like, okay, well, maybe when I wipe, it'll fall. Ha ha ha. Nothing happened. So at that point, I started to panic because I'm like, what's going on? So I looked between my legs, and sorry guys, once again, graphic, and I seen just this dangling, looked like just a dangling rope lingering down in the toilet. And I'm like, what in the world is this? So while I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what am I going to do? I got some gloves, put them on my hands, and put some tissue around the gloves, and began to pull and pull and pull and pull. Guys, when I say this was the longest rope looking specimen that I have ever seen, and I was in disbelief, and I was like, what is this? So in the process, I had gathered up some paper towels, laid them on my sink, and as I was pulling these out, I laid it on the paper towel, and I was like, what in the world? So it scared me to the point I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, okay. So I just continued to, after I looked at them, I examined it and everything, and I was like, this looks like a worm. So I just continued to flush it down the toilet, not thinking to take pictures or anything of that, and go on about my business, clean up the bathroom, this, that, and the other. So the next morning, as I was talking to my cousin and family members, I was saying, I pulled out this long rope. And they was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I don't know what it is. And so it was like, maybe you got worms. And I was like, I've never had worms. I never had any symptoms of worms. What would I look for in terms of symptoms or anything like that? And it's like, don't know. So the next morning when I got up, I did it again. Well, this time I was prepared. I had laid paper towels down on the counter. I had had my gloves on the counter, and I finished using the bathroom. And so before I wiped myself, but before I even discarded the tissue, I put the gloves on my hands and I looked down in the toilet and I was like, this isn't right. This doesn't look like boo-boo. I was like, no. So I grabbed it out of the toilet, laid it on the paper towel. Then with my gloves on, I began to spread it a little bit just to look at it. And I will show you some pictures. And the first picture you will probably see is just in clumps. And I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. So I began to take pictures. And this time I sent Tammy a picture. And she was like, oh my gosh. She said, you have worms. And so the other people in my family is like, you have worms. And I was like, oh my goodness. I said, could this be the reason why I couldn't use the bathroom? Can't say it was. We don't know. But she said, that looks like you have parasites. She said, why don't you try my parasite cleanse? And she said, it will get all the parasites out of your body. Not only get the worms out, but it will kill all the eggs, everything. The babies, the mamas, the daddies. She said, whatever's in there, it will kill it. I said, cool, let me try it. So I bought this. It's called Purge tincture. And I bought this once again from Phoenix Lynn Health and Beauty.com. And this is supposed to clean me out, get all the parasites out of my body. This can be purchased once again from Phoenix Lynn Health and Beauty.com. This tincture has been viral 8 times. And while I was researching this, I also read all the reviews on eBay, TikTok, and it was getting great reviews. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. So, over 12 weeks, I will be trying this. But let me also tell you that when you purchase this, you must also purchase a binder, which is this. It's folic and humic. It's a binder that you take so that once the parasites come out, they leave behind their toxins and other chemicals that you want to get out of your body, or you will feel sick, weak, dizzy, and all that. Well, this is to help with all of that. So make sure if you buy the tincture, the Parasite Purge, that you buy a binder as well, so that you will not get sick, faint, fatigue, and all that. But I wanted you guys to know that it's going to be gross and it might be scary. But so far, just me using the pumpkin seed oil has brought me so much relief. But I know there's still more to come. So, starting tomorrow, which is Friday, I will start using the purge, and I will come on here every week and give you an update, show you pictures of anything that has happened during the week, and just give just an update on how things is going, and hope that this can help somebody else, and maybe somebody else would try it and feel the relief that I'm feeling. I just wanted to share my journey with you, so bear with me over the next 12 weeks. Bye.